Botulinum toxin is a neurotoxin that is produced by the bacteria Clostridium botulinum, and it is one of the most poisonous biological substances known to science. The Clostridium botulinum bacteria was first discovered in 1895, with the isolation of the toxin following about 30 years later in 1928. There are 8 different strains of botulinum toxin, and A is the most common strain in medical and cosmetic use. Cosmetics are the most widely known use for botulinum toxin, as many people receive injections of a formulated and stabilized version of the toxin in different areas of their face to reduce the appearance of wrinkles. Although botulinum toxin is considered one of the most poisonous substances, getting Botox is one of the safest medical procedures to receive. These injections can also help treat conditions like muscle spasms, bladder control, and hyperhidrosis. The toxin works by blocking the release of acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter involved in muscle movement, which effectively causes muscle paralysis. Due to the toxicity of the substance, both the US and Russia attempted to use botulinum toxin as a weapon during World War II, but it proved to be too difficult to weaponize. However, the US did produce over 1 million doses of the toxin to use against Germany during the D-Day invasion, had the German troops employed chemical agents against them. Botulism is a serious disease that affects the nervous system, and there are 5 main ways to contract it. First, the bacteria can grow in improperly stored food, which can cause botulism if ingested. Second, bacterial spores can enter open wounds and produce the toxin within them. Third and fourth, it is unknown how, but bacterial spores can enter the intestines of both infants and adults and produce the toxin. And finally, receiving too many Botox injections can cause botulism. Although the rate of death for people who have botulism has dropped from 50% to 8% in the last 50 years, the disease is extremely dangerous and it is always considered a medical emergency. This protein is made up of 2 amino acid chains, the light chain and the heavy chain, that are connected by a disulfide bridge. The light chain contains the catalytic domain, which works to cleave receptor proteins to block signals to release acetylcholine. The heavy chain contains the translocation domain, which mediates translocation of the light chain, and the binding domain, which helps the protein to bind to receptor molecules. This protein contains many different structures, such as alpha helices and beta folds, as well as many loops and belts, and these varied structures contribute to the protein's overall pathogenicity or ability to cause disease.